Hello you, I'm Jordan. Welcome to another episode of Front Row Rankings. In today's episode, we are talking about 18 films in the Muppets franchise. Now, if you've seen the original episodes on Friday the 13th, Scream, and John Wick, you already know the tiers of absolute perfection, great, good, dog water, and fucking bin material. However, today, this is my show, so it's my rules, and I'm adding another tier. This new tier is called the Broken Windscreen Wiper, which means this is going above bin material, and but you know, it's not as bad to call it bin material, but it still has issues. Anyway, walk with me as we talk about all of the films. Let's go. The first movie on this tier list is 1979's The Muppet Movie. I think, personally, just looking at this film, it's a very traditional plot, and I think, personally, this belongs in absolute perfection. There's a lot of people that would agree, so I think for the starting tier, I think this is where this is going. So, The Muppet Movie, absolute perfection. Let's move on. Right, the next movie on our list is 1981's The Great Muppet Caper, the one where they actually come to Britain! In this movie, it's part news reporter story, part, you know, baseball diamond thief or theft. And I think Jim Henson and the team completely smashed this out of the park, and it's going in absolute perfection. It's not better than the Muppet Movie for me, but it is still bloody perfect. Next up is The Muppets Take Manhattan. Now this is a 1984 movie where the Muppets basically want to get their show onto Broadway, and personally it's my favourite. I think this one easily, I know it's not for everyone, but easily for me this is my favourite. So that's why this is another absolute perfection tier. And it's going directly at the top. Is A Muppet Family Christmas. Now this 1987 TV movie special combines the worlds of the Muppets and Sesame Street and Fraggle Rock together for the very first time. And in my personal opinion, this is the first great on the list. There is some really seriously funny writing here, but I do think that there are parts of this that drag. So for me, this is going in great. Next up is another TV special that plays out as a feature-length special, so it makes sense to add it here. And that's The Muppets at Walt Disney World. Now, this special is going in good. Only reason why is because I think some of the comedy and some of the human actors really do bog this down. But overall, this is a great special to promote the fact that the Muppets were going to the Disney parks. So overall, they sold it. But for me, this is going in good tier. Next up is yet another television special. This one's called The Muppets Celebrate Jim Henson. Now this was just released after Jim Henson's passing in 1990. And so that they could effectively announce his successor in Steve Whitmire. So overall, this one is another great tier special. And it perfectly, you know, encapsulates, you know, the celebration on the man that made the Muppets. So for me, the Muppets Celebrate Jim Henson, with all of the celebrity interviews in between and the Kermit announcement right at the very end, this is going in great tier because it was handled with absolute love and care. Next up is another film. However, this one recently got removed from Walt Disney World, and that's right, I'm going to be ranking Muppet Vision 3D. The film, not the actual attraction. Now the film, for 17 minutes of your time, this is fantastic, and for me, like, easily, this is perfection. But this is the bottom of perfection for me. I think that this film, in the amount of time that it does, it has gag after gag after gag. So that's why this movie is going in absolute perfection. The next film on our list is the first festive film. Yes, I am talking about the absolute classic that we reviewed last year, so check it out. 1992's The Muppet Christmas Carol, which, again, I really don't have to say much. You know, this is another absolute perfection masterpiece and deserves to be enjoyed for generations to come. However, as we go through the 90s now, you're going to find that there are a little bit more rocky roads than actual successes. Come with me. So the next one on our tour through the Muppet filmography is Muppet Treasure Island. Now, for me, this is the top of great, because I think it's got fantastic music. Tim Curry as Long John Silver is fantastic, but it doesn't hit perfection for me because there are a couple issues for me. So for me, this is a great tier film. Unlike the next one, which is Muppets from Space. Now, this absolute diabolical piece of crap, which came out in 1999, my dad actually took my mum on a date to. Yeah, they had exactly the same reaction as about what I'm gonna tell you. This movie is a complete and utter waste of fucking time. So for me, this movie is going in fucking bin material. Get it down there! The next movie on our agenda isn't necessarily Muppets, but was created by the same team and is still in the Muppet universe. I'm talking about 1999's The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. And this movie's dog water. This movie is quite forgettable and disappointing at certain points, but is great brain rot for your children if you really want to call that. As the plot basically revolves around Elmo going to Grouchland to look for his blanket. I know, it's about as sad as it sounds. For me, this is going in dog water. We're also, in 2002, they made a Kermit the Frog teenager movie called Kermit's Swamp Years. I think this is going in our new tier, which is going to be called, which obviously I titled at the start of this video, The Broken Windscreen Wiper, because there are things that I hate about this movie, but I don't necessarily hate about the other ones, if you catch my drift. In 2002, they made A Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie, which is their take on It's a Wonderful Life. And Kermit has depression. And this movie is going in dog water. It's very mid. The comedy's quite funny, but it's very similar to the 2011 film that we're going to get to in a minute. So for me, it's in dog water. Next up, The Muppets Wizard of Oz. Or, as I like to call it, The Muppets Wizards of Shit! Because this is another fucking bin material disaster. Now see, when Disney took over the Muppets in 2004, they thought it'd be a great idea to make a TV movie that starts with a music video. Now before you tell me, it's dreadful. Do not watch this film. Bin material. Disgusting. And then in 2008, they came out with The Muppets Letters to Santa, a Disney Channel TV movie that also came to DVD and you can now watch on Disney+. For me though, this movie is a broken windscreen wiper. There are too many things wrong with it and it doesn't really focus on the Muppets very much. It focuses more on the celebrity stars. So for me, broken windscreen wiper, get it out of here. And then in 2011, they brought out The Muppets, which effectively is the Muppet movie, but done by Disney. and is a lot better in some aspects. Not as in all aspects, but in some aspects. This one is going in absolute perfection, because there is nothing wrong with this film apart from that really cringe crap or rap in the middle half. But everything else, pretty good. And then in 2014, they made Muppets Most Wanted, which this movie's good, but then Disney made the absolutely idiotic decision to have one of the celebrity guest stars be that of P. Diddy, who shows up in a casino scene with Pepe the King Prawn. And for me, that makes this movie go from good to the broken windscreen wiper. It's a good film, but it's tarnished by the fact that twat's in it. And for the final film on this list, Muppets Haunted Mansion, that came out in 2021 on Disney+. Because unfortunately, I can't rank the 2026 Muppet Show because it is a TV special that's not even film length. So unfortunately, this is the closest one that counts. Muppets Haunted Mansion. When I saw it, I thought it was quite funny, but looking back now, the songs are very good. There are some bits about the movie that suck, and there's also some bits that just don't work. So for me, this is a dog water special. Could have been worse, but it also could have been better. And with all that being said, I've been Jordan, you've been you, and we'll see you next time on Front Row Rankings. Goodbye!
Real thrills.